Hey everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 10, Episode 10, Black Ties, White Lies. This has been a really good week on Bravo. Well, at least for the two shows that I recap, Beverly Hills and New York had a couple of really good episodes. And let me just say this, we were due for some good episodes, right? Yeah, it's been a little dicey, but in my opinion, they both delivered this week. So let's just get right into it. The show opens with Kyle pulling up to some beach house. We don't know whose. She gets out of this red sports car and rings the doorbell. And it's like, don't. We don't know who's going to open the door. And it's ding, 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 Camille Grammer. The first of many ex-housewives that we are going to see in this episode. Yeah, it is chock full of past housewives. So apparently Camille reached out to Kyle after not speaking to her for several months, or any of the ladies. After an awkward sort of house tour, they go to sit out on the deck, which is, she is right on the beach. It's gorgeous. I don't know. It's just kind of a dream to have a house on the beach like that. So she says to Kyle, all right, well, I guess, I'm sure we both have things that we want to get off our chest. So I'll let you go first. And Kyle said, honestly, I don't know what your problem was with me, Camille. And every time there was a mean tweet out there, you were liking it or retweeting it. And I don't get it. And like across the board, to all of us ladies, you've been like that. She said there was something about Denise being drunk half the time. Okay, ease up, Kyle, because you are in the process right now of driving Denise off the shows. So take it with a grain of salt that you are being Denise's defender right now. Anyway, Camille said, yeah, I was just so mad at you girls. But she does apologize for all of that. And Kyle said, well, I don't know. How can we move forward? I don't hold grudges, and you don't either, I don't think. Kyle was, I don't know. You guys know Kyle bugs me, but this was a little bit annoying. I don't know. She was telling Camille that it's just how she says one thing behind everybody's back, but then to their face, it's another story. And Camille goes, you've never done that, Kyle. And Kyle's like, no, I think I have an opinion and I will say it right to your face. I'm sure there are several examples of you not being upfront with somebody. In any case, this whole thing ends with them attempting to rekindle their friendship. And Kyle said, I don't know how I can get you back with all the other ladies. Let me think about it. We all know where this is headed. Her black and white party. What a perfect opportunity to bring Camille around, But she didn't say that yet. That scene ended with Kyle noodling it over how she can reconnect Camille to all the other ladies. Now we are at a restaurant with Denise and Lisa Rinna. And Denise has asked Lisa there because if you recall in the last couple episodes, Denise was telling Rinna that she was hurt by her in particular because they've been friends for so long, and that she wanted to talk to her about it, but just one-on-one, not in front of everybody else. So I guess that's what this luncheon is about. And, it's equally awkward. Denise starts off by saying, when we were in Santa Barbara, you really hurt my feelings, Lisa. We've been friends for a long time. And then for you to call me a hypocrite, that really hurt me. Rinna starts off by, I believe what she's trying to say to Denise is that the problem that all the ladies have with you isn't that you didn't like us having adult conversation in front of your kids. It's that when we apologized, and by we, aren't you really speaking for Erica? Because I think Erica is driving this whole thing. Erica immediately apologized to Denise, and then Denise mentioned it a couple more times to other people. That pissed off Erica, and Erica got everybody else riled up. That's my opinion. So now Rinna is kind of taking that stance that after we apologized, you keep telling people about that conversation you had with Sammy, where Sammy told you that she overheard a threesome. And had you kept that conversation private between just you and your daughter, I don't think any of the ladies would have any issue with you whatsoever. So Denise is going back to the same old, I'm not even mad about that. And she goes, you know me, Lisa. If I was mad about something, you would know it. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. And Lisa said, well, your energy doesn't really match your words. Denise said that she's hurt because of anybody, Lisa. You know how much I have sacrificed for my kids through the years and how much protecting them means to me. And Lisa's like, I do. So for you to not have my kids back, that bugs me. I don't know that Lisa doesn't have her kids back, but in any case, this is what Denise said. And Lisa said, I'm sorry. Real quiet, like. And then Denise goes, I don't care. I mean, I can take it. In Rinna's confessional, she said Denise has done so much to protect her kids with like everything with Charlie, but they do watch TV. So I know they heard her talking about getting a happy ending for Aaron. Lisa's like totally breaking the fourth wall here in this confessional. She then goes on to say, I just think that Denise might be using the show to try and change her image from last season. So, okay, a couple things. Last season, I loved Denise. I don't know why she would want to change her image from that, because I thought she was cool and honest, and I really liked her last season. But yeah, maybe she was sorry that she said things she said and it got back to her kids, and I don't know. She definitely has been different this season. And I don't know if it's just because she's been under attack almost the entire time, or if Rinna is right and she really is kind of trying to tone it down. That's, of course, not the Denise I want. It's weird because, honestly, I love the show and I love how open the women are and crazy and how insane they act. But I often think to myself, oh my God, your kids. I couldn't do that on national television if I had teenagers. Things are already hard enough for kids, but now they're going to go to school and be teased about the stuff their mom said on the reality show. Like, I wouldn't do it if I had kids. I just personally, I wouldn't do it. So I have these like mixed feelings about it because I don't want Denise on the show boring. If she's going to watch her every word, then it's pointless for her to be on a Housewives show. But I don't know. I think she's done. That luncheon ends kind of awkwardly. Denise is kind of like, oh yeah, I learned my lesson. I can't trust Lisa anymore. Lisa just asked her, are you going to go to Kyle's black and white party? And she said, yeah, if I can, I'll go. And that's kind of how it ended. Now we're at Kyle's. She's setting up for the big party. It's also a charity event for Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. So Kyle said, the stakes are higher than ever for everything to be perfect. I don't know if it's the night before or a couple nights before, but Kyle's assistant is there and her BFF, the morally corrupt Faye Resnick, and Dorit comes over. And so they're having a little toast, and Kyle tells them that Camille is coming to the party. And Dorit's like, oh, well, I knew it was fire season, but I didn't know the snakes were out as well. Kyle tells them that Camille wants to make things right with everybody. But Dorit, I mean, come on, after last season, Dorit is done with Camille. We get a little flashback, just in case we forgot. But how could we? Camille telling everyone at the table that PK owes her friend $1 million and he's bankrupt and all this stuff. It was such good TV, you guys. That was when I felt like Camille really broke the housewife code of like areas that we do not discuss. Other than children, I think finances is definitely something that they have all agreed we will not disclose on this show. And Camille did. And she paid the price for it. Anyway, Dorit says she'll be cordial to her, but that's it. Oh, we also learned that there's not only going to be a silent auction, but there's going to be an actual live auction happening at this gala as well. I think it was Kyle's idea to have her party be an auction too. But then she panicked herself because she didn't have anybody donating anything to give away at the auction. So Dorit came through with some like very high-end items, like a $25,000 procedure that a doctor friend of hers is donating, and a 7-night spa vacation. Yeah. Next, we are with Garcelle and her writing partner, and they are going to meet a potential director for the script that they wrote. Oh my God, you guys. So this potential director starts talking through the script. They're all in a conference room, and it's like at this production company or this entertainment company. They're in a conference room there. And it's the representatives from this entertainment company, Garcelle and her writing partner, Lisa is her, I think her name. And then this director it says potential director. So I don't know how things go in Hollywood. I don't know what's normal, but I guess they're kind of shopping for a director to see if they're a good fit. So the script had been given to the director ahead of time, and then this meeting is the time for her to kind of pitch what she's done with the script, where she sees it going and that kind of thing. And oh my God, you guys, I guess it is like completely different from the script. Like maybe the character names are the same. Maybe there's some general jumping off point that's like the same, but then, whoa, you could tell by Garcelle's face that this is going way off course. The guy's like a killer, and then the woman wants to have a threesome, and Garcelle's just like, she looks at her partner, and it's just going on and on in a very crazy way. In Garcelle's confessional, she's like, come on. We want to hear how you're going to shoot this. We don't want you to change the entire script. So that just ends with Garcelle going, yeah, maybe has it veered a little too far off from the original script? Yeah, they kind of quickly usher her out. And when she leaves, they're talking about it, and they're like, yeah, no. And then the entertainment company is like, so you'll direct it, Garcelle? And she's like, oh, no. I got enough on my plate. I'm not going to add director. All right, now it is the evening of the black and white gala. Kyle is getting her hair done, and this poor hairdresser, she says, okay, so should I wear a long white sexy dress or a black tuxedo suit from my line? You can tell this guy, his name is Angel. He's like doing her hair, and he's just like, oh, please don't make me answer this question. I didn't know I was going to have a speaking line. There's just like Angel. Silence. Me. Oh my God, wear the long white sexy dress. Kyle. Say my line. And they all kind of laugh, but it doesn't matter because of course she's going to wear the black tuxedo from her line. We cut to Dorit and PK. They're having a little conversation in their closet while they're getting ready. And Dorit tells him about the issues that all the ladies have been having with Aaron. And she wants PK to talk to him. PK, I just think you should tell him that it can be a little tricky if you're talking down to a group of women. And PK said, what he needs to do is help his wife by supporting her, not fighting for her. Yeah, which you learned the hard way. All right, now we are in the car with Lisa Rinna, Erica, and ding, 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 ex-housewife alert, Eileen Davidson. Yes, I miss me some Eileen. It's so funny because I used to think Eileen was boring. But the fact of the matter is, she was not. She got into some scraps with Erica. Wasn't that the sniper from the side comment? So she did her fair share during her season, and I kind of liked her. Anyway, she is doing a cute little Christmas movie. That's why her hair is brown. But not for Hallmark. And then Rinna said, oh, Denise did a Hallmark Christmas movie. And she goes, oh, how is Denise? Oh, good. You know Aaron, right? And Eileen said, yeah. So the ladies catch Eileen up on the whole Aaron story. And Eileen said, that's why I've always said I don't like when husbands get involved. Side note, the black top that she's wearing is defying gravity. And I do not know how that thing is being held up. We also see Denise and Aaron in a car heading over to the party. And Aaron's like, Is it okay? I'm coming with you. And Denise goes, of course. I'm throwing you into the lion's den, aren't I? I can handle myself in any situation. All right, now we're back at the gala. Kyle tells us that the cost of this little soiree is in the six figures and that her goal is to make $200,000 for the hospital. If she doesn't, she said, then I should have just given the money to the hospital instead of have this party. Yeah, you probably should have done that anyway. But you know that that's not what this is really all about. You want to have your big party, so... At least, listen, I'm not going to fault her for turning this into a charity event because, that's good. At least it's more useful than just having the party for no reason, right? All right, so Camille shows up like almost first with her BFF, Kimber. Kimber is glued to her side as moral support. She was last year, too, quite a bit. And awkwardly... PK and Dorit are the next ones to arrive. So because Kyle is still busy with last minute stuff, like trying to get the lights to work in the pool in the yard, her husband's high and still not dressed, and Portia has to put her hair in a messy bun because the stylist didn't have time to do her hair. There's just a lot of details for Kyle to deal with. So there's a bunch of sort of awkwardly standing around between Camille and Dorit. Actually, Dorit quite warmly greets Kimber with a hug and air kisses and tells her she looks great. Dorit has a pretty little black dress with white and silver, like bunch of beading that is shedding everywhere, but it's cute. In any case, Dorit pretty much ignores Camille. However, I don't think it should have been Dorit to approach Camille, right? If Camille is there to apologize for stuff, it would have been up to Camille to approach Dorit. But they go in the backyard, Camille and Kimber, and Camille's kind of like, oh, wow, that was an icy reception. Yeah. Did you expect her to approach you? I don't understand that. Next, Rinna, Eileen, and Erica arrive. And Eileen and Rinna are the first to approach Camille. Rinna wasn't going to. Eileen was going to go over there. And then Rinna's like, oh, whatever. Let's get this over with. So what Rinna chose to do was go right up to Camille and say, hello, Camille. You were an asshole on Twitter. Camille goes, okay. And Rinna's like, I don't have a problem with you, but you were on Twitter, and you didn't have to do it in a public way like that. Camille said, well, I was kind of dishing out what I got. Rinna, yeah, I don't want to rehash it. We're good. And Camille goes, no, we're not. You called me an asshole, so I think I'll take a pass on that. So Rinna goes inside to do what? Report this immediately to Erica and Dorit. Of course, because that's what Rinna does. And what she's reporting is that, yeah, I met Camille. It didn't go so well. And they're like, ugh. I'm not even saying that Rinna should have been nice to her or whatever. But why approach her at all if it's just to attack her and then report back that it didn't go so well? Well, gee, I wonder why. Maybe because you immediately called her an asshole. She should have stuck with her guns and said, you know what, I'm not ready to meet her. I'm not ready to talk to her yet. So Eileen, if you want to go over there, go ahead. Garcelle shows up with her date, Michael. She tells us in her confessional that, yes, it's another Michael, but her first Michael was Mike Nylon, her ex-husband, and he was white. So we have white Michael and chocolate Michael. She said, I got a lot of flack from black people when I married Mike Nylon. They were calling me a sellout. So now I feel like I have to prove my blackness. She said that she feels a connection to Michael that has nothing to do with the color of his skin. But, you know, black is good. And also, no offense to white Michael, but black Michael? Well, you know what? Maybe yes, offense to white Michael, because he cheated on her for years. So yeah, he can take offense if he wants, but black Michael is much more attractive. He's a good looking man. Sutton and her boyfriend are there, and ding, 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 ex-housewife alert. This is the third now. Adrienne Maloof is there. And ding, 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 maybe. Her ex-husband, Paul Massiff. I don't know if that's considered an ex-housewife, but ex-cast member. He's there with his new wife. And I guess he and Adrian have gotten to a comfortable place. They have 2 kids together, so, they have to have a relationship with each other. We catch a glimpse of Kyle's sister, Kathy Hilton, and Kris Jenner and her boyfriend, I think. Corey, is that his name? I don't remember. I should ask my daughter. She would know. And now, as I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure Kyle will manage to scrounge up $200,000 for this charity. With this crowd, probably she'll far exceed that. And I have a feeling her goal of $200,000 was said just so she can blow past it and feel good about herself. That's my guess. I'm so cynical, you guys. But I feel like I've seen this too many times before. Oh, I'm hoping to make $50,000. We made $500,000. That's great. That kind of thing. Anyway, Kyle sees Kathy and she's like, my sister is here. Hi. And they're hugging, kissing. Hello. Oh, you look so good. You look so good. And then they turn. No one's paying attention to her. And Kyle's like, it's from my line. Don't you love it, guys? Guys, don't you love it? This is from my line. Finally, Kris Jenner's like, no, it's so good. It's not so good. It is not. It's hideous, you guys. Whatever is happening in the neck and shoulder area, something has gone very wrong. The shoulders are not just padded, but they're pointing. The collar is like huge and looks very stiff. There are feathers involved. And for those reasons, I'm out. And next we see, ding, 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 Brandi Glanville. And she's come with a friend, Mia, who, drag queen? Am I being rude? Is it a woman? And then the music tenses up and we see Aaron and Denise get out of their car. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, we're all waiting for Denise and Brandi to see each other, right? All the current housewives are sitting together on like a long banquette in the front. The auction is about to start. And Denise, I guess, feels like she can't find a seat or something. I don't know. But Brandi approaches her and they're happy to see each other. They hug and Kyle greets Denise. Adrian Malouf greets Denise. Do all these people know her or they just know Denise Richards? Like, do they know her personally? I don't know. But with her and Brandi, so far so good. Brandi is actually the one that gets Denise to come with and like squeeze in on that couch that they're all sitting on in the front. Side note, Brandi announced that she's getting drunk, so that's something we need to be aware of, I think. Oh, did I mention that Kim is here as well? Yeah, she is. She looks good. I mean, much better than the last time we saw her, which granted was fresh out of surgery. Kyle's like, oh, I'm afraid to hug you. And she goes, I'm fine. So the auction is about to begin. Kyle is up on stage. Her tuxedo suit is still ugly. You guys, I know it's just a matter of taste, really. I can't do the poll questions anymore because YouTube has taken that feature away, unfortunately. So just leave a comment down below. Kyle's tuxedo suit, yay or nay? I could very well be in the minority, so I always like to find out what everybody else is thinking. All right, so while the auction is going on, PK has taken this opportunity to follow his wife's advice and have a private little chat with Aaron. Was PK at that dinner at Kyle's house? When I was 12 years old, lived across the street from a nuclear plant. Cancer is your friend. I don't know. I honestly don't remember if he was there or not, but I just think it's incredibly brave to initiate a conversation with Aaron. I mean, that night at that dinner party, big penis or not, I felt so sorry that Denise was going home with him. Anyway, PK says, I hear you're getting involved in a little bit of the drama. Aaron, not really. You sure? Not a little bit? No, I'm steady. It's all good. Aaron is so expressive. All right, Garcelle has won the first bid. She bid $5,000 on a Mexican vacation valued at $5,600. Can I just say, she doesn't seem that happy. I think the opening bid was $5,000 and she raised her paddle thinking she was going to get outbid. That's just my interpretation. Because when the auctioneer said, okay, and it's yours, she was like looking around. Me? And he goes, yes, thank you. And she's like, oh, okay. But at least she didn't bid $17,000 on a golf outing. That went to Dorit. $17,000? That one was valued at $23,000. What in the hell are you going to give me for my $23,000? And it better not just be golf. Oh, you guys, the next thing was a donation. I've never heard of this before. They're not auctioning anything off. They're just asking flat out for a donation. And that one was $25,000. And Kris Jenner immediately raised her paddle. You know, say what you will about her or whatever you think. I don't know what you think, but yes, $25,000 is a drop in the bucket for her. But still, she didn't have to do it. She didn't even have to come to this thing. And then later, Rinna did $5,000 that was just a donation. So at least Garcelle got a Mexican vacation out of it, you know? While that's happening, PK is having this conversation with Aaron. And oh my God, you guys. This is what PK says. There's an old saying, if they climb up a tree, you need to help them down, not make them climb up further. Seriously? Well, congratulations, PK. I didn't think it could be done. But by comparing women to, I guess, cats, you may have actually made Aaron look like a fully evolved human being. Oops, spoke too soon. Aaron completely agrees. PK asked him if he'll keep that in mind next time, and Aaron basically says no. If someone asks you a question, you answer it. I'm not sure what that means, but in PK's confessional, he thought that Aaron didn't really appreciate his brilliance. You know what? The less we see of the husbands, the more I like them. The reverse is also true. Oh, surprise, surprise. The total amount raised for the evening was over $300,000. Oh, Kyle, bravo, bravo. Kyle, you benevolent genius, you. I knew it. Actually, I thought it was going to be much higher than that. So the auction's over. Now we have Denise asking Teddy if she could talk to her for a minute privately. So they go over to the couches and sit down. But before Denise gets a chance to say what she wants to say, Kyle now is talking to Camille, and she said, did you say hello to Denise? And Camille's like, oh, no, I didn't get a chance yet. So she's like, come on, come on. And Kyle brings her over to where Denise and Teddy are sitting. And then that's very awkward. They say hello to each other and hug. And then Denise is like, do you want to sit down? Well, okay. So Camille sits down and Denise never really gets to say what she wanted to say to Teddy. Teddy doesn't want anything to do with Camille. Camille is complimenting her and, oh, how far along are you? And she said 6 months. Oh, wow, you look great. You don't look 6 months. And Teddy's response is, yeah, you don't have to do this, Camille. I know you don't like me. You can skip the pleasantries. And, you know, I don't trust anything you have to say. We don't even get a response from Camille yet because that is where this episode ends. So, I mean, it was chock full, guys. It really was. And we still didn't really get to anything. Like, I thought there was going to be some sort of butting heads between Denise and Brandi, right? Am I wrong about that? Maybe nothing happens with her and Brandi. Maybe it's just that Brandi had said things behind her back and then it got back to her. I don't know. And what did Denise want to talk to Teddy about? We don't know that either. It should be the beginning of next week, so... All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and leave a comment down below. I want to know what you thought of everything. The outfits, the party, everything. all the old OGs coming back. What did you think of that? How about this question? Who would you like to see come back on a permanent basis? Any of the old ones? I'm going to have to think about that one. You know, I miss me some Yolanda Hadid, so could be her. All right, guys. I hope you join me next week for the next recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Please continue to wear a mask when you're out in public, and don't forget to wash your hands. I love you guys. I want you to stay safe. Bye.